leave a comment. Ooh. Oh, this Sunday. Pay attention to all the movements that this doctor is making. She is getting ready to go to work and is demonstrating everything that she does, every procedure she does for safety to protect her life. And here is a reflection. When you leave home, do you just... Don't make some of that. For a moment, where you're asking yourself how you can reconnect to who you are. Growing up with being taught that. Don't make some of that. All right, hold on. Oh shit, that was the wrong. Oh no, it wasn't. Damn, now I got to sign in. Oh, here we go. All right, I'm waiting on people to get in the room. I haven't been live in a few days. I miss y'all. What up, YouTube? All right, I'll be right back. What do you want? Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm back. Hey Chris. Hey Kyra. Thank you. All right, let's get into it. I was trying to wait on some people in the room. We got them in the room. I miss y'all. Haven't been live in a few days. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. Keep me in the algorithm. Appreciate you. So we just doing an update on what's going on in Iran that could lead to World War III. It's biblical. And especially if China and Russia join in, which Gog and Magog will march against Israel. So the United States has set the oil refineries on fire. It was a big boom. The Ayatollah's son is the third person that took the reins from his dad, and apparently he was blown up or severely injured. Every time they put somebody in, they going in and knocking them off. Iran's intelligence minister killed by Israel. U.S. unleashes bunker busters. Iran has confirmed intelligence minister Ishmael Khattab was killed by Israel last night, a day after top national security official Ali Larjani and former Baji militia chief General Somalian were killed. President Donald Trump is set to pay his respects this afternoon as the remains of 6 service members killed in a crash of refueling aircraft returned to the U.S. U.S. forces successfully employed 5,000-pound deep penetrator munitions on hardened Israel missile sites along the Strait of Hormuz. The State Department ordered U.S. embassies and consular posts worldwide to immediately undertake a security review, citing the ongoing developing situation in the Middle East and the potential for spillover effects. So Qatar has joined on the side of the United States. Saudi Arabia have joined because Iran is still shooting missiles in their territory. Dubai don't even have an army. They keep shooting at Dubai. They're saying that there's a lot of destruction in Israel. Let me make sure my volume is up. A lot of destruction in Israel, but they're not showing it on the news, caused by the Iranians. So Trump pissed because England said they would not join on the United States side, so he pissed with them. But they mad because he bringing down the British Empire, which is not really anything left for that because that country is just dead right now. But France and Germany supposed to join on the side of the United States, which this could lead to a world war. It really could. Israeli airstrikes killed at least 10 people in the heart of Beirut, the Lebanese health minister. Israel is doing a ground war in Lebanon now. Israel is taking territory. They already inched into Syria, and now they're having a ground war with Lebanon. This is real interesting. More than 2,000 people have been killed in the Middle East. In Iran, Israeli and American strikes have killed more than 1,200 people, according to the Iranian Red Crescent Society. At least 850 people have been killed in Lebanon. 13 have died in Israel. 13 U.S. service members have been killed from the U.S. 2 died of non-combatant causes. Qatar declares Iranian embassy staff and military personnel with 20. So Qatar gave the Iranian people military 24 hours to leave their country. Qatar has declared Iranian military and security and all staff at the Iranian embassy to leave within 24 hours. This decision was made during a meeting today between the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Director of Protocol, and Iran's ambassador to Qatar. The ministries clarified that this decision comes in the wake of repeated Iranian targeting and treacherous aggression that target the state of Qatar. Qatar is one of the richest countries in the world. Do you hear me? Qatar is richer than Dubai. Believe that or not. Yes, it is. Shit, that may be where I should move. It's so beautiful. Maybe I could find a husband. The Senate rejects war powers resolution on Iran war. Now, Iran still fighting back. Iran strikes Gulf energy sites and fires erupt at the major Qatar gas hub. Iran still got some weapons. They ain't get them all. I'm not going to read this. I'm just reading some of it. Iran says Israel to pay for killing the security officials. Okay, I talked about that. Ooh. Trump threatens to strike world's largest gas field if Iran attacks Qatar. And he did just that. I'm going to show you the pictures. Pentagon reported requests $200 billion in Iran war funds. Lord have mercy. You know what? I'm getting ready to go into Jason A. I love him. Y'all need to follow Jason A. I love him. Do you hear me? I want to see what he got before I get into this nasty work, as they say. He got 1 million subscribers. He is awesome. Let me see what he talking about. Didn't I say, Shakira, if you still on here, didn't I say something happened to Trump, the Antichrist gonna reveal himself? His first video, the Antichrist is about to reveal himself. You can't make this shit up. Ooh, y'all gotta check out Jason. Oh, here we go. Oh, shit. I'm gonna have to go ahead and hear it. Okay. Yep, so these things are supposed to happen. Okay, I'm gonna get into this first. This happened today. We hit the largest oil refinery. Trump did it. We hit the largest oil refinery today in Iran. 0 survived.
After last night's strikes, nobody really knows who's running.
This is Cash Jordan.
Hey guys, I do want to start with some breaking news here. A senior Israeli official telling Fox News that Ismail Khatib, the intelligence minister of Iran, was targeted in a precision strike overnight. Khatib was responsible for supporting Iran's global network of infiltrators, of sleeper cells, to threaten countries like the United States and others around the world. This comes as we're tracking developments out of Israel, where overnight the Iranians launched more cluster munitions at the civilian population here in Ramat Gan, just on the outskirts of Tel Aviv. And another military official telling Fox News overnight it will take a few more weeks for the ballistic missile threat to be neutralized. The Israelis not just looking to the incoming fire from the east, but also looking north to the Lebanese capital of Beirut in the southern Dakhan neighborhood, a Hezbollah stronghold, where the Israelis launched a new series of airstrikes overnight and into this morning.
So as the U.S. and Israel go after actual verified military targets, this regime that some people are still defending continues going after population centers. And look at this sleeper cell general, his last tweet was that, Trump says he's looking for a speedy victory, It cannot be won with a few tweets. We will not relent. And apparently it didn't age too well.
It's huge news. According to Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, top Iranian official Ali Larijani, he was killed in a strike overnight. According to Israel's defense minister, this was probably the most significant strike, you could describe it, in the past week and a half, as the Israelis and the Americans are going after the structure of Iran's regime. Larijani was largely considered the de facto leader in the aftermath of the killing of Iran's former supreme leader, and uncertain questions about Mujtaba Khamenei, the man who was elected to be the next supreme leader. Larijani was serving as the secretary to Iran's Supreme National Security Council. I can also report overnight the Israelis, in a separate strike, killed the top commander of Iran's Basij forces. This is a wing of the IRGC. His name is Ghulam Reza Soleimani.
One of their generals.
He was responsible for commanding the crackdown on protesters earlier this year across Iran.
Listen, if you're part of this regime, President Trump's already said, surrender now, you'll get immunity. And every day, that's got to be looking like a better deal, hopefully.
I'm telling you, this is today I'm doing the latest first. They strike the largest oil refinery in Iran today. Look at that. It's going down. Just today. Lord have mercy. Hezbollah joined the war last night against America and Israel. And they fired missiles at Israel and American bases. So Israel sent fighter jets and killed 31 senior Hezbollah terrorists in Beirut in just 20 minutes. That happened last night. Saudi Arabia foreign minister says Iran bombing Rafah while diplomats were meeting was a declaration against diplomacy and reserves the right to take action. So now you have Saudi Arabia has joined in, as well as Qatar.
Iran's message today was quite clear, as you mentioned. The targeting of Riyadh while a number of diplomats are meeting, I cannot see as coincidental. And I think that's the clearest signal of how Iran feels about diplomacy. It doesn't believe in talking to its neighbors. It tries to pressure its neighbors. And what I can say categorically, that's not going to work. The kingdom is not going to succumb to pressure. And on the contrary, this pressure will backfire. Will backfire politically, will backfire, I believe, morally, and certainly, as we have stated quite clearly, we have reserved the right to take military actions if deemed necessary. And Iran's message today was quite clear, as you mentioned. The targeting of Riyadh while a number of diplomats are meeting, I cannot see as coincidental.
Bang, they joining in. This definitely could escalate into World War III, because that's biblical. Now, this is new. Now, the Iranian people are fighting back against the regime. Watch this. These are armed citizens. Okay, now I'm about to go into the old news. Let me see. Let me get to my first Iran. Now that's up to date. Now we're going to take a look back. As soon as I can find it. It's coming, y'all. Iran, oil keeps the regime afloat. A refinery strike could change everything. So these are the workers that revolting. Revolting. Who helped refine Iranian oil. A strike could change everything. Tracking the activities of disruptive and terrorist elements by the Iranian security. This is what they were doing to the people. Okay, because we're going to get out of this. This is what they were doing to the Iranian people.
And when you think you're crazy, there's someone crazier than you. Look what the guy did. Look. He stopped the car, took out an iron bar, and went after the other car and broke its windshield. Look. And then the guy thought he would get away with it, right? He'd be fine and stay calm. No. Look. The guy gets out, turns around, and goes after him. Look. Yeah, that kind of people. When a guy goes crazy, he really goes mad. Look there. Look. Hit once, hit twice. Then the guy tries to leave. He goes to the front, comes back again in reverse, hits a third time.
Damn.
Not satisfied. He goes there again and comes back again. Look. So you can be sure he regretted his madness because he found someone crazier than him. And you, what do you think about that? Do you think there's a crazy person for everything? Imagine a crazy person like that. And when you think you're crazy... And when you think you're crazy, there's someone crazier than you. Look.
Damn.
Look what the guy did. Look. What the guy did.
You know what, that one... Okay, let me get this. Okay.
That this doctor is...
I hate when it does this.
Iran is funding Hamas. So if you have been out on the streets chanting for Hamas, this resistance movement, these freedom fighters, if you go against Iran, who's going to fund Hamas? All the money's coming from Iran. And I've heard them say this, actually, and verbalize it. They have actually said, you know what, Iran does these things, but they're the ones that are fighting, with and teaching and funding the Houthis, the Hezbollah, Hamas, the campus protests here, funded by Iran. I was thinking about this the other day too, where it's like Iran really was the first place that did intersectionality, if you think about it, because in Iran, how the regime took over and ousted the Shah, it was the Communist Party of Iran on college campuses, joining forces with the Islamists, and their motto was joy. What was the motto of, Biden-Harris? Joy.
All about joy.
All about joy. And so they're using Iran as basically bankrolling the same playbook that worked in Iran here. So you're seeing the Islamists joining hands with the socialists/communists, the left of the left, in this, what do they both hate? America. What do they both hate? Democracy. What do they both hate? Western values. So what happened in Iran is the Communist Party, who wanted to overthrow imperialism, joined hands with the Islamists. And as soon as the Islamists took over, who was the first people they killed? The college students. So they used these useful idiots to gain power and then killed them.
That's a fact. And the sad thing about it that they don't realize is this. It's 10 tenets of the Illuminati. One is to abolish Christianity. So they're using Islamists to destroy Christianity. Then Islam will take over. But guess what? They worship the Luciferian doctrine. Once that happens, they're going to destroy Islam. And the only thing that you're going to have when the New World Order, because the New World Order is here, but when it takes over one world government, one world religion, one world currency, you are going to be worshiping Satan. That's a fact. They using Islam to destroy Christianity. Once that's done, Islam gonna be destroyed next. And that's the sad reality that they don't realize.
Pay attention to all the movements that this guy.
Damn, I cannot bring this video up.
Pay attention.
Maybe it's delete. Damn, I wanted to show this video. Iranian media is openly reporting that their ancestors were Hindu. The reporter's name is Nashu Samari. He even made a movie about Iranian Muslim family converting to Hinduism. That is some different shit right there. That is different. While going into an Asian religion, that's deep. Because the official language was Zoroastrianism, which I know I said that all wrong.
Pay attention.
Damn, I cannot bring up this video. They might have deleted it. That might be why. Now, this is the Ayatollah's children when this first started, how they were living.
Pay attention to.
Oh, man, it ain't letting me play that either. Come on.
Pay attention.
Islam is in shambles right now. Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. I know all my Arabic Christian brothers and sisters are screaming Allahu Akbar right now. Praise be to God, man. Over 1 million Iranians have converted to Christianity. Iran is the fastest growing church in the world. God is moving. The Holy Spirit is moving. I even heard a lot of Iranians are having dreams of Jesus. A lot of Muslims are having dreams of Jesus and are converting to Christianity. Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. All the conversions going on and the regime change. Also, 50,000 mosques across Iran have closed. This is amazing. Christ is Lord. We've been screaming.
Now, you must not have heard what I said to you, and I'm not gonna you must not have heard what I said. I said the Illuminati, one of the 10 tenets is to destroy Christianity. They're using Islamists to destroy Christianity. Once Islam takes over, they're going to destroy Islam as well. Because their religion is Satanism, the Luciferian doctrine. So you only gonna win for a minute because they're gonna destroy Islam as well. It's gonna happen.
Lord, we've been screaming this for centuries. Christ is Lord. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, the whole country of Iran will be saved. God bless. Christ is Lord. Islam is in shambles right now. Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. I know all my Arabic Christian brothers.
So, and there are a lot, and their religion was not Islam anyway. Iranians was Zoroastrianism, and I said that all messed up. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Islam was not their religion. And they're Persians, not Arabic. The fuck? So this was the uprush. They converted to live, but that's not their official religion. Islam is not. Damn, I hope I could show this.
Pay attention.
No, they must have deleted. Damn, they must have deleted that video.
They promised the United States
Hey, Muhammad.
executions
I'm good.
would
How are
stop.
you?
They lied. We have just received confirmation that the Iranian regime has begun secretly executing protesters. But this betrayal comes at a very dangerous moment for the Ayatollah. The USS Abraham Lincoln Strike Group has just arrived in the Arabian Sea,
Good.
running
Nice to meet you,
silent
Muhammad.
but locked and loaded. Here we have President Trump talking about the military buildup near Iran.
We have a big force going toward Iran. I'd rather not see anything happen, but we're watching them very closely.
Strike Group is now within striking distance of Iran, and inside the country, the regime is executing protesters, killing cops who showed mercy, and forcing families to pay for their children's bodies. The clock is ticking for the Ayatollah. BBC Persia is now reporting that...
And I'm going back on some things where we know the Ayatollah is dead now.
Breaking news. China is flying 2 planes into Iran while the airspace is closed, as most countries are evacuating citizens and avoiding Iranian airspace. But China continues its suspicious flights into Iran despite the heightened risk. This move by China has raised major questions amid rising regional tensions. This is fueling speculation that they may be carrying important or sensitive cargo, possibly even weapons. China is signaling political support for Iran and showing it won't follow Western pressure or evacuation patterns. More news is coming, and we will keep you updated. Follow White News. Breaking news. China is flying 2 planes.
And if China and Russia come into play, then there we have biblical prophecy. Gog and Magog will march against Jerusalem. And then you have World War III. Because it's going to happen in the Middle East. I cannot believe that these videos don't want to play. Okay, I'm going to delete this because we know he passed. Why do I got this? Hold on. Let me move this to... Hold on. I need to move. I need to move this.
And the FBI is already stepping in. Nick Sorter was filming in the Cedar Riverside neighborhood of
This is
Minneapolis
in the wrong
when a
part.
group reportedly snatched his $1,000 camera.
Okay, let me delete that. All right.
Former president of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Rouhani, and his former foreign minister, Zarif, have been arrested by the regime. The media have now confirmed this. Even the Israelis are now confirming this. Channel 14 of Israel has now reported this. They were arrested because they were in touch with the Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. These guys are now in huge trouble. Let's go to Channel 14, the report.
המחאות באיראן דעכו, אבל הן הותירו הרבה סימני שאלה וחשפו כמה מהחולשות של המשטר הקיצוני. בימים האחרונים יצאו דיווחים לא רשמיים באיראן על כך שחסן רוחני, נשיא איראן לשעבר, וחברו הטוב ג'וואד זריף, שר החוץ לשעבר, נעצרו על ידי כוחות הביטחון ונלקחו למעצר בית. והיום אנחנו מפרסמים לראשונה מה הייתה סיבת המעצר. נודע לנו שבימים האחרונים זריף שוחח כמה פעמים, אם לא אחר, מאשר מוביל המחאה נגד המשטר ויורש העצר האיראני הגולה רזה פהלוי. זריף ככל הנראה שיתף את תוכן השיחה עם חברו הטוב רוחני.
Iran can't fight a war with anyone, let alone the United States of America. The US has just sent out a naval strike group towards Iran, and their response, any attack will be treated as all-out war. What exactly are you going to do, Khamenei? What can you do? You couldn't protect Soleimani back in 2020, and your response was to fire a bunch of missiles at empty bases. And now you're threatening all-out war with the United States? With what? Your old Navy ships that haven't left the Gulf? Your outdated aircraft that's trapped in its own airspace, your proxy networks that are almost finished, your population that doesn't even fear you anymore. You're not brave, you're in panic, and nobody believes your threats anymore. Enough with your all-out war threats. You've never done anything, and you won't do anything, except that your time is up, the people have spoken, and that's how regimes fall.
Iran can't fight a war with
Well, but they still out there striking on Israel. They struck Dubai 3 times. They struck Qatar twice. Saudi Arabia a couple times. So they still out there. Oh shit.
Okay, guys, breaking news. $17 billion of the Islamic Republic's money has been confiscated at Dubai's airport somewhere. Here's the video from it. These people are showing it to the world. $17 billion from some diplomats from the Islamic Republic. Let's read the text together. Security officials at Dubai International Airport confiscate stolen dollars from Iran's treasury. $17 billion by an Iranian private plane, along with 3 Iranian officials led by the Iranian diplomats who were planning to smuggle to European countries, were arrested in the UAE because of the amount of the money looted. Please share this with the world.
So
the Islamic Republic is openly now trying to flee with money, wealth, and which is rightfully for the Iranian people.
That's okay, Carl.
But we can stop them by simply creating more awareness, guys. Please share this. Thank you for standing up with the Persian people.
Right, and they took all that money. Maybe that's why they start striking Dubai, because they took their money. That's a lot of money. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to delete that. They talking about going against Canada.
Mark Carney to help. Because nobody care about liberals. We don't need support from liberals because we know liberals don't care about nobody. They just care about themselves. As Justin Trudeau didn't answer to his RGC is a terrorist group, he said nothing. So that means he don't care about Persian people or anyone else.
So no expectations from the liberals. Do you have expectations from Donald Trump?
Your country will be lost if liberals continue the way they are doing. This mass migration is a plan for invasion. So many immigrants without integration, they are using multicultural and Islamophobia to silence the majority. What's coming here using Islamophobia and multiculturalism is also bad for the immigrant itself. Charlie Kirk said it the right way. We have immigrants, we have aboriginals, and we have settlers. Settlers are the ones who built this civilization on nothing. Their value, even if I don't like it, are the ones that worked and made this country, the country that I immigrated to that, and everyone immigrated to that one. Why I don't immigrate, for example, to Mexico? Because the values over here from 1970s work. And it was simple. You work hard, you have everything. You don't work, you die from hunger. That's fine. We need a bit of like socialism, but they are adding socialism, free medical, free education, free dental system, and all of them are corrupt. Canadians will
Facts.
Why aren't people calling on Mark Carney to help?
Facts. Mark Carney is awful. He part of the Illuminati. I love her.
It signals they know their days are numbered and they are trying to escape and get whatever they can out. Now, the father, the Ayatollah, will probably not leave the country because he wants to die as a martyr. He figures, I'm already 80 years old. I'm going to die. I'm going to go down in history as a god because this is how he thinks. But the son, on the other hand, the successor, he is young. He's as a martyr. If I can escape and build a life in a new country, I will do that. So them moving the money, and by the way, it's not just the son. Right now, there are senior military and mullahs within Iran are already moving money out to different countries across the world. I mean, you saw what our Secretary of Besson just said a few hours ago. So we know that they are trying to move money out. The United States is tracking the financial institutions and where that money is going. And remember, this is happening at the same time. The audacity, the irony of all this is the Iranian people are starving. The Iranian people, the economy is collapsing. Yet the mullah's son has $1.5 billion dollars to his own name to be able to move. This is exactly why the Iranians are revolting against this regime.
Facts.
The hypocrisy of the holier-than-thou mullahcracy doing everything according to God's law, to Allah's law, because, you know, we are so devout. Yet at the same time, there are a bunch of crooks who've been siphoning money away from the public and using it for themselves and the betterment of their lives.
Well, I don't know this answer. Where's Bashar al-Assad right now?
Jose, can you repeat the question, please?
Where the hell is Bashar al-Assad right now? Because the former Syrian leader who, you know, Obama said it's a red line if you kill your own people. He killed his own people. He didn't do it. Trump started bombing Syria, and now he's moved a bunch of money elsewhere. Is he out playing around with his billions of dollars?
He's living like a king in Russia, because in Russia we cannot expedite him anywhere to try him. It's a great hiding place. This is the place where actually the mullah probably, or the mullah's son is going to want to go. This is where all the evil people who are very rich people who built their money on the backs of their citizens go basically to hide and live a good life. A corrupt country through and through, but you've got to give it to the Russians. They are very loyal to their friends, and their friends know it. And that's why when you look at people like Bashar Assad, when you look at the people like the mullahs, they looked at America and they said, you know what, in America, every 4 years they have an election. You really cannot rely on the United States. But when you look at Russia, Putin has been in power for over 20 years. When you look at China, the guy's going to die before somebody else replaces him. So when you build alliances with evil people, your alliances remain there for a very long time.
She said something right there. That's a fact. No lies detected.
The Western feminists who actually went to my country, wore hijab, they bowed to the Taliban. They didn't take to the streets yet.
Why are liberals so moronic about the problem?
It just breaks my heart, because for years and years, we have been warning them about the dangers of morality police.
What's the propaganda in what she said? She said that Bassett, he exiled to Russia, living like a king with stolen Iranian money. The people's money. How is that propaganda? That's what she pretty much said in a nutshell. How is that propaganda, Carl? He is exiled to Russia. Well, the topic is that the Ayatollah's regime in Iran is evil. And that's what the topic is. We're talking about what's going on in Iran.
Them about the dangers of morality police. You know why? Because most of them speak in a perfect English, and they have who actually talk about Islam and Islamic countries. They never.
I think, Carl, you're missing the picture. The Iranian people have been under an oppressive regime for 47 years. It's oppressive. And you even had one president came out and said he wished he would have did what Trump is doing. So now you have Maduro help free the Venezuelan people. Now the Iranians want to bring back their the prince back into office before it was overtaken by Ayatollah in 1979. So you have the people who are rejoicing with what is happening. I'm not insane. I don't know why you think I'm insane. I'm just reporting what's going on. But that's what's happening. So the people are happy. And I'm not saying, of course, not all people. No. Well, you have a right to you really think Maduro fed? Heck, no, Maduro did not. I said he free. I just used Maduro as an example. Just saying that the Venezuelan people are very happy that he's gone. That he is no longer dictating. No, the people in Venezuela were starving. He was not feeding them at all. They were starving. Some of them even had to eat their pets. They poor. 8 million people ain't gonna lead a country if it's doing well. 8 million people not gonna walk through a jungle just to get to the United States or go to Colombia or Peru or Brazil or wherever if they were doing well. No, I don't. And you have a right to your opinion. You have a right to that. Well, this is what, and maybe that's what you're saying, but I work with some Iranians, and they damn sure are happy. And it's not, they're happy. So maybe I should rephrase that. The Iranians that I know, because I'm in Detroit, and we have a heavy, heavy Arabic, Chaldean, Iranian population in Detroit. We have millions. And so what I've seen from the people, they're happy. So let me say that. Well, Americans a sanction is supposed to crush the economy of whoever you sanction. What do you mean? I'm not understanding what you mean. When you put a sanction on a country, it's supposed to crush them, just like Cuba has totally collapsed now. That's what a sanction's supposed to do. Okay, let me get back to this.
Islam and Islamic countries, they never go and live under Sharia laws. But they don't even let us talk about our own experience, Yes. I grew up in a country where I was told that if you show your hair, you're going to go to jail. You will receive lashes. You will get killed like Mahsa Amini. But here, they tell me that, if you talk about this, you're going to cause Islamophobia. Phobia is irrational, but believe me, my fear and the fear of millions of Iranian women in Afghanistan is rational. The Western feminists who actually went to my country wore hijab.
Well, you got to wear a hijab if you go visit. You have to wear that.
I finally had the chance to FaceTime with my cousin in Iran, and she asked me to share this message with the world, especially you, diaspora, so please listen to the full video. For those who don't know, 95% of my family still lives in Iran. My mother's...
No, I don't blame countries for their own poor economies. That's part of the reason why it is poor. Sanctions is supposed to crush the economy of that country. I didn't say I agree with it. But that's the purpose of a sanction, is to crush the economy and make a regime change. That's the purpose of a sanction. I didn't say I agree with that. You didn't hear me say that. Don't put words in my mouth, because I didn't say that.
Is Mashhadi. She told me this, that every single person she knows has lost someone close to them. In Mashhad, bodies were piled in the streets, wrapped like black garbage bags, the way trash lines city sidewalks in New York. She said her mother's apartment building had bodies reaching all the way up to her doorstep. Someone we know was shot multiple times in the leg. He couldn't go to the hospital to seek medical help. People are terrified to go because they're killing them. So their family pooled nearly $2,000 US to pay for a private doctor to come to their house so he wouldn't lose his leg. Most people can't even afford that. They're afraid to go seek help. They're getting infections, and they're slowly dying in their homes. Phone lines, as we know, are being monitored. So families are writing messages on paper and holding them up to the camera when they can FaceTime. She said the internet is turned on briefly as an act of surveillance to track and hunt protesters. She says what's happening is just unimaginable. People are being killed so easily. My mother also spoke to a female family member of ours in Tehran today, and she said, we're fine, but we're all beaten. They beat the shit out of all of us. That viral video of a woman being kicked in the head that's been going around, that's just one leaked clip of what's happening every single day. Most stores are closed except for basic necessities. Prices were already inflated. She says they've tripled in the last 2 weeks. Many Gen Z Iranians rely on online businesses, importing and exporting goods from Turkey and Dubai. She says no one's been able to make money this year. People have nothing left. And despite all of this grief, despite all of this, she said something else to me. She said, don't cry. Nagaron Nabush, don't worry, umidvar bash, don't lose hope. She said hope, umid, is all we have left. And if the diaspora gives up hope, cosmically it's putting negative energy and darkness into the world. She said people want intervention because without it we will die. We are watching a real life Handmaid's Tale. The numbers coming out daily keep increasing in the tens of thousands who have been murdered. This is devastating. This is a massacre. And if this becomes normalized in Iran, if we look away, it won't stop there. It will spread. So please keep speaking up. Please keep putting pressure on world leaders to act now. She said, Aziz kheli az dast dadim. We've lost.
I'm not a sheep, but I can see how the numbers could be propaganda. Now, I can see that as far as what you're saying. Okay, I'm not going to play that. Nope, I'm not going to play that. This is in Sydney, Australia, the Iranians that are there. This is there. This is in Australia. They are happy that the Ayatollah was unalive. Did you see the number of mass people that came out in the United States was happy that the regime is being taken out? Did you see that?
Can you give a basic summary? What are the tactics they're describing? What's the whole process for how this unfolds for maybe a typical ICE convoy?
So, as soon as they see a vehicle that they believe is federal law enforcement, they will send the plates.
Okay, this is not supposed to be here. Let me move
They have
this
several
video.
occupations. There are people who are on.
Okay, that I don't know how I got that video here. Let me delete that.
Yes, I do, and the whole world does. The whole world is waiting. We have been hearing the drums of war, and they are ramping up.
No, I did not.
Iran has its back against the wall.
I haven't seen that, and I'm sure it's some that do. I'm sure it's some that do. I'm sure, because it's not 100% of anything.
So the reporters, the people within Iran, are hearing this guard speaking Arabic, which means Iran has imported people from the Middle East, most likely Hezbollah members, to protect them. This is how much the regime is in a corner right now. So we will get into a confrontation with the regime, and they can huff and puff and, drop bombs on our bases. We know exactly what they're going to do. We know the playbook. We've seen this before, especially after we killed Soleimani. But we're prepared. We have evacuated the bases. We have been taking security measures. Even the airlines, the Israeli military and the Israeli airlines are taking security measures. Something is brewing. Yes, I do, and the whole world.
I like her. I do. I like her. I can't even say her name. Bridget Gabriel. That's her name. I like her. I'm gonna end with this because I'm not going past. Oh. Let me see what this one is.
This is a school that the IRGC or the Islamic Republic now is using in order to capture people, torture people, and use those points as military checkpoints. The Islamic Republic's new plan is to use public schools at the time of the strike of the US because they are quite certain that the US is going to strike them. And their plan is to strike their own schools and potentially kill their own people just to say it was Mossad and CIA and the US. We need to share this with the world, guys. The Islamic Republic now is using public schools in order to use that against its own people. And so their plan really is to get everybody to come to Tehran and say, yes, the United States is going to attack us. We need to get into shelter. And then they're going to do a mass genocide. This is the Islamic Republic's next plan. Please share this with the world so we could be aware of what their tactics are. Once again, the Islamic Republic.
Now, I can see you saying that what he just said, that could be propaganda. I can see that if you said that. I can see that. Okay, this is the last video because then I'm going to a different topic and I'm going to talk about my people. But this is it.
Then another horse came out, a fiery red one. Its rider was given power to take peace from the earth and to make people kill each other.
Looks like it's on fire. It looks beautiful. But this is so symbolic to what the Lord has been warning so many in our eyes, that the red horse is coming, that war is coming, nuclear war is coming. The second seal is about to get released while many are stuck in false peace.
So you're going to see conquering like you've never seen before. You're going to see the taking of territories like you've never seen before. The things that we criticized Vladimir Putin about just a few short years ago, you're going to see being done here in America. And you're going to see America expand into several territories that are going to be U.S. territories. So after the first horseman comes, the second horseman is going to quickly follow, which is peace is going to leave. And it's going to be in men's hearts to kill each other. You're going to see civil war. You're going to see civil war like you've never seen before. You're going to see an uprising against these powers. And there's going to be lots of death. Lots of death. Unfortunately, lots of death. But there's more death coming.
Now, that's a fact. Now, that's biblical. Yes, I agree with what he just said. That's biblical prophecy. That's in Revelations. Okay, I'm on. Damn, I might have to keep that for my World War III. I think I'm going to keep that video for. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate you. Thank you for giving me things to think about. I appreciate you. That's what this format is. But I'm coming back with a totally different topic. Like, share, subscribe, hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all.